Today on the channel, we close out the latest Mythic Legions wave with the steed of Scapular the Crypt Breaker in Uumbra.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today we got the mighty steed. We got Uumbra, but for all your Uumbra needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. You got to get the deal out there. Should be available right now at Jay's. Go over there, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal, as I just said. But we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to dive into it. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're back to the House of the Red Star. Isn't that what it's called? Always hard to keep these Mythic Legion things at the top of my brain. I hear their names, I do the review, never to remember them again most of the time. I don't know if Uumbra will be that same way here, but we got a villainous steed here. We're getting to the equestrian portion of the channel here, Todd McFarlane. But we do got a big black horse, which I'm here for. This could be great for other toy lines. They do a great job with all their horses and animals, I guess we'll say, from the Legion line. And this isn't the only animal in this wave, as we already did unbox the bear on my regular Kyle Peterson YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribing to both my YouTube channels. I had a guy not too recently say I should do Mythic Legion unboxings. I'm like, you need to subscribe to my second channel. That's where I do the majority of my Mythic Legion unboxings. Is what it is, though. But let's dive into it, see what's going on. Big window box in case you meet Uumbra at a con or something. He'll put his hoof print right there on the front for you. Get that paint pen and lather it up there, and he'll be ready to go. Legion's logo in the front looking good. There he is. Is this a unicorn? Is this a unicorn? He looks to be a unicorn right there. And then on the back right here, uh-oh, there's that bear I was talking about. We also got the story of Uumbra, the unicorn. Got the generic blurb on the back, and there's Scapular. Gosh, I don't know. I'm never going to remember these guys' names. Scapular riding his steed right there as well. But let's see what all the fuss is about here on the side of the package. Let's see. Never known for his modesty, Scapular the Crypt Breaker enjoys beauty and opulence in all things that were those within the sons of the Red Star, who thought he had gone mad when he nearly emptied his coffers to acquire a steed deemed worthy of his station. Those whispers were immediately silenced the first time the undead assassin rode forth on his dark unicorn Uumbra, a powerfully magical creature whose existence was thought to be a little more than a fairy tale from the Earth's days of the realm. Scapular enjoys bragging about how he paid a kingly fortune in order to secure the unicorn from beyond the shores of mythos. More than just a showpiece, Uumbra magic has helped Scapular execute some of his most daring capers and escape from some of his closest calls in a time as leader of the Sons of the Red Star. And that was extremely difficult to read, as it's a little fuzzy. And I just got my eyes checked, so I know it's not that, but it's a little fuzzy. Maybe the printing was just off a little bit on mine. And then you got the very dark background against the white. I just wish they have all this area. Why not just make the story here in bigger writing? For us old people, Todd McFarlane, you're older than me. You know what I'm talking about. But is what it is. I got through it slowly. Slowly but surely got through it. Yeah, I know. Don't call me Shirley. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, my God. Tell me this is not broken off inside the package here. Tell me it's not broken off inside the package. It looks to be the unicorn horn, and it looks like it's broke off. So that would just be absolutely lovely, of course, if that was the case, but we're going to find out real soon. We do got the mane, got that going on, and then we're wrapped up in all kinds of twist ties and stuff, and we're going to take old Uumbra out of the package, and we'll be back, keeping our fingers crossed we don't have a broken horn. All right, we got Uumbra out of the package, and I'm not going to lie, I'm hot. I'm not half hot, Todd McFarlane. I'm pure hot. Yes, my unicorn horn is broken. Right out of the package, broken. This thing just flip-flopping and flying around in the packaging. unexcusable at this point here. Unfortunately, I've been luckier than others. I didn't have any broken toenails on my bear. A lot of people had that issue. Yes, I know. The Four Horsemen will send replacements, but you're not going to have them immediately. It's going to take some time, but I know they've addressed the issue. Thankfully for me, I didn't have a broken toenail. I need to check with my dad. Did my dad have a broken toenail? I'll have to find out for him, and he doesn't know what he would do. If he had a broken toenail, he'd just like, oh man, I'm screwed. So I'll have to look into that for him. I was fine on my bear. However, I did have multiple weapons out of this wave that were broken right out of the packaging, bent in half, whatever you want to call it, broken apart. Not what I paid for. And this one, I guess I saved the worst for last of this wave, as a big part of Uumbra, the horse, unicorn, is obviously his unicorn horn, and it is broken right out of the package. And I get it. Quality happens. There's issues. But I've had a lot of these issues with Legions over the years. It's not the end of the world. It is what it is. I know they'll get them fixed if you address it, but we shouldn't have to address it. A lot like Mondo in the past, same thing with Legions here. We shouldn't have to reach out for them. We shouldn't have to, go back and forth, get them to mail it to us, and who knows when it comes to us. We shouldn't have to do that. And let me tell you, the Horsemen over there, Mythic Legions, they don't want to do that either because that comes off their bottom line. So we need some better quality control. We need some better protection. Now, I'm not deep in the Legion games, reading through all forums and all kinds of stuff. Maybe you have had this issue with this unicorn horn too, but it is pretty disappointing as we spend a lot of money on these figures. These aren't $10, $15, $20, $25 figures. They're 60 and up figures. So these are expensive. And I guess 60, they start at what, 37 maybe, something, whatever. But they are very expensive figures. And the worst part about this, it really grinds my gears and gets me fired up. We've been waiting for this wave for like 2.5 years. I put my money down and it took 2.5 years of them sitting on my money developing. I get it. I knew what I was getting myself into. But if you're waiting that long, they have your money that long, you should have a good figure, a horse in this instance. We shouldn't have these issues out of the package. And honestly, after this wave, I've decided I'm done with the all-ins, I think, going forward. I don't want any company sitting on my money that long. And when you get long in the tooth like me and Todd over here on the couch, and even my dad, I'll throw him in here, we're not buying unripe bananas, or we're not buying unripe bananas at this point. We're not sure how much longer we have in life. So I'm not going to wait 2.5 years. And then all of a sudden my wife, 2 years later after I died, like, surprise, what is this? Kyle ordering off of eBay from the grave? What's going on? But I am very disappointed. All joking aside, it really sucks when this stuff happens. And I'll do what I gotta do, I guess. I really wanted this unicorn head on here. Maybe I'll get some sticky tack temporarily and I'll stick it in there with that for the glamour shots. I don't know. But man, this stuff like this should not happen, especially on a horse like this. So off my soapbox, but I'm sure you guys can relate to some of this. And feel free to comment down below. We do get a little bit of hairpiece here, so you can mix and match. Just like the action figures, the horse has the same thing. You can go full unicorn with a broken horn, of course. And don't they like break the unicorn horns off and put them in stews or something like that? Wasn't that one some movie or something? Anyways, you could take that off. You could take the mane off the top of this here. If you don't want that, you put just a regular one on there. Obviously, you got a regular tail right here. You got to have a little tail. Or you got the samurai tail over here. And then you got a regular head, and then you got the ornate head. So you can make this a regular plain Jane, dare I say, Black Beauty horse, or you can go full on out assassin horse. And that was my plan, the assassin unicorn. Not going to be the case here now anymore. But we do got some tufts of hair, some accessories. We've seen this with some of their horses in the past. Now, looking out of the package here, broken unicorn horn, once again, right out of the package. Black horse looking good. Got those big old ears, big eyes, big nostrils. Looks like a horse to me. There's no mistaking it. That's for sure. On the side, looking good. Really just depends what you're looking for in a horse, but very similar between the two. Not too shabby, though. Not too shabby. Looks like a horse to me. Old Black Beauty, once again. You do got all the spikes here, the armor looking very nice. If this is a war horse, you would imagine something like that. Got the big reins in the front with all the hangout. Very ornate. Once again, he's got even a little championship horse belt over here. You do got the little place you put your feet into, looking very good. You got the saddle over the top, nice brown leather. You got that blanket back there. You never know on those cold nights out there. And then you do got that big horsetail all corded in here, corded up, or you get the loose tail, whatever you want to do. Choose your own tail adventure. Looking good, though. It does look good. Outside of the broken horn, once again. Hard times, hard times, hard times. But you got two or 4 hooves down here, looking very nice. You get articulation throughout this horse. It's not just a steadfast horse, it's actually an articulated horse, as you do get movement on the head, up and down, side to side. You get the neck, side to side, a little up and down. You do get the legs in the back that'll kick all the way back. You want to kick somebody in the face. I remember in high school, Todd McFarland, one of the hottest chicks in my school back in the day. Oh man, some of the greatest chicks once upon a time. She was a big equestrian, is that the word? And she got kicked in the face by a horse, put like a huge dent in the side of her face. Felt terrible for her. But shout out to her wherever she is. You get the 4 hooves down here, but you do get the articulation. You get the leg that goes back, and then I guess we'll call it knee or thigh. I guess we'll call this the thigh cut, and then you get the knee cut, and then you get the ankle cut, and you get that on all 4 of the feet here. No waist, obviously, on this horse, but kind of what you see is what you get for a lot of it. But it is 2 horses in one. If you get a second one, you can make it totally different, just like you could of the other figures. This one's just never going to be a unicorn. No matter how he tries, you can identify yourself as a unicorn, but at the end of the day, deep in your heart and mind and your soul, are you a unicorn? Well, he doesn't have the horn, so he's not a unicorn to me. That's what I'm going to say. But we do got Scapular, who would love to ride on him. Would love to take a ride on him, we know. But I got his backpack on. But Scapular will go on here eventually. I just need to remove some of this stuff off of him, or I guess I could turn it to the side. Losing stuff. Just don't want to break anything. That's all I need. I don't want to be getting so worked up I throw this across the room. I know some of you guys, you sickos out there, would love to see me throw another action figure. I've had to do it a couple of times, getting so worked up. But we do got his trusty steed right here, looking good, except for the broken unicorn. What are we doing? But there it is. That's Uumbra. Uumbra, the unicorn that's not really a unicorn. Sure, why not? So there it is. Another Mythic Legions. Very disappointing to end this wave on this, and it's reignited my thought process that I'm done pre-ordering these long pre-orders. That's a game of the past for Kyle going forward. I just can't do that with quality issues and just the length of time. I get it. I understand it. It's just not for me anymore. And as we always say, you got to vote with your wallet. So that's the way it's going to be. I'll wait for them to go in stock over there at our friends, jaystoysandgames.com. Maybe you can go over to Jay's right now and save 15% on this guy. But you might ask him, hey, could you double check, make sure that horn's not broken off? I'd probably do that if I was you. So there you go. But there's Uumbra. What's your thoughts on this one? Did you have breakage? Did you have any issues? Did you leave on a sour note? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell, as we got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. And you guys know by now there's plenty of content to keep you busy each and every single day. Appreciate all the support over there. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available every Tuesday where our podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for Uumbra the horse, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
We got it all.